Let's begin.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to PODCAST by MrB. I'm Mr. B, and today we have a very special episode. We are going to teach you how to be lazy.
Finally! This is the episode I have been waiting for my whole life.
I thought you might like this one, Anna. But seriously, today is about microlearning. It's the idea that studying less can actually help you learn more.
Wait, studying less? Are you sure you're a teacher? Usually teachers tell me to study until my brain melts.
I promise I'm a teacher. But let me ask you a question, Anna. What did you do last night?
Well, I felt guilty about my English, so I sat down at 8 p.m., I opened my grammar book, I opened my vocabulary app, I had 3 highlighters.
3 highlighters? That's serious business.
It was. I studied for 2 hours straight. No breaks, just pure English power.
That sounds intense. And how much of that do you remember right now?
Honestly, nothing. I remember I was hungry, and I remember the word cat. That's it.
Exactly. That is the problem. Your brain is like a sponge, Anna.
A sponge?
Yes. If you pour a bucket of water on a sponge all at once, what happens?
The water goes everywhere. It makes a mess.
Exactly. The sponge can't hold it. But if you drip water slowly, 1 drop at a time, the sponge holds everything.
So my brain is a wet sponge?
Basically, yes. But a smart sponge. This is why we use the lazy method, or the scientific name, microlearning.
I prefer the lazy method. It sounds more like my style. So how does it work?
It's simple. Stop studying for 2 hours. Instead, study for 10 minutes.
Only 10 minutes? That feels like cheating.
It feels like cheating, but it works. Think about it. When you study for 2 hours, after minute 20, your brain gets tired.
Oh, definitely. After 20 minutes, I'm usually thinking about pizza.
We all are. But if you study for 10 minutes, you are focused the entire time. Your brain is 100% active.
That makes sense. So I just do 10 minutes once a day?
You can do it once, or twice, or 3 times. The key is to keep it short. We call these sprints.
Like running?
Yes, you don't run a marathon every day. You do short sprints. Let's talk about where you can find these 10 minutes.
I'm very busy, Mr. B. I have a job, I have a cat, I have a lot of TV shows to watch.
I know, it's a hard life. But everyone has dead time.
Dead time? That sounds spooky.
It's not spooky. Dead time is the time when you are waiting. For example, waiting for the bus.
Oh, I have a lot of that. The bus is always late.
Perfect. That is 5 minutes right there. Instead of scrolling through Instagram, listen to one podcast.
Like this one?
Exactly like this one. See? You are studying right now.
Look at me go. I'm so productive.
Where else do you have dead time, Anna?
Waiting for my coffee to brew in the morning.
Good one. How long does that take?
About 4 minutes. It's an old machine. It's very slow.
Perfect. In those 4 minutes, you can review 5 vocabulary words.
Just 5?
Just 5. If you learn 5 words every morning while waiting for coffee, that is 35 words a week.
That's doing math. That's almost 150 words a month.
Exactly. And you didn't have to study. You were just waiting for coffee.
I like this. It feels like I'm tricking the system.
You are. Let's talk about another place for microlearning. The bathroom.
Mr. B, TMI, too much information.
Hey, we're all adults here. Everyone takes their phone into the bathroom.
That is true. I usually look at videos of cats falling off tables.
Well, instead of the cat videos, do one grammar quiz. It takes 2 minutes.
A grammar quiz in the bathroom. That is dedication.
It's efficiency. By the time you wash your hands, you are smarter.
Okay, I can do that. But what about speaking? Can I do lazy speaking?
Absolutely. This is my favorite tip. Talk to yourself.
I already do that. People look at me weirdly on the train.
Maybe don't do it on the train. Do it at home, while you're washing dishes.
Washing dishes. Okay. What do I say?
Narrate your life. Say what you are doing. I am washing the fork. The water is hot. This plate is dirty.
I hate washing dishes. I wish I had a dishwasher. Like that?
Perfect. You are using emotional vocabulary. Hate and wish. That is excellent practice.
And it doesn't take extra time because I have to do the dishes anyway.
Exactly. You are layering English on top of your normal life.
Layering. I like that word. Like a cake.
You were thinking about food a lot today, Anna.
I skipped breakfast. Okay, so we have the coffee method and the dishwasher method. What about listening?
Here is a mistake many students make. They watch a 2-hour movie in English and say, I studied.
I do that. I watched a whole movie last week.
Did you understand it?
Maybe 10%? There were a lot of explosions, and the main actor was very handsome, so I just watched him.
That isn't studying. That is just looking at handsome people.
Hey, that's important too.
True, but for English, try this instead. Watch only one scene, maybe 3 minutes long.
Just 3 minutes?
Yes, watch it once, then watch it again with subtitles, then watch it again and repeat what they say.
So I watched the same 3 minutes 3 times?
Yes, it takes about 10 minutes total, but you will actually learn the phrases.
That's much better than watching a whole movie and understanding nothing.
Exactly. It's about quality, not quantity.
I feel so much better, Mr. B. I thought I was lazy because I couldn't study for hours.
You aren't lazy, Anna. You were just human. Our brains like short bursts of information.
It's like snacking.
Yes, back to food again.
Always. It's like snacking on English instead of eating a giant English meal that makes you sick.
That is the perfect metaphor. Be an English snacker.
I can do that. Does this work for reading, too?
Definitely. Don't try to read a whole book. Read one page, or even one paragraph.
One paragraph before bed?
Yes. And here is a secret tip. If you study right before you sleep, your brain remembers it better.
Really?
Yes. Your brain processes the last thing you thought about while you sleep.
So if I read a paragraph about, I don't know, space travel?
You might dream about space travel, and you might wake up remembering the word astronaut.
That is cool. Or I might have a nightmare about being lost in space.
Let's hope for the good dreams.
Okay, so let's recap, because recap is a good business word, right?
It is. Recap means to review.
The lazy method is short times, frequent times, using dead time.
That's it. Consistency is king. It is better to study 10 minutes every day than 2 hours once a week.
I can definitely do 10 minutes. I can do that while I wait for my cat to finish eating.
Sir Fluffington takes a long time to eat?
He is a gourmet eater. He eats very slowly. He savors the flavor.
He sounds fancy. Use that time.
I will. This makes me feel less stressed.
That is the goal. Stress blocks learning. If you are stressed, your brain closes the door.
My brain door has been closed for a while.
Well, today we're opening it. Just a crack.
Just a little bit. So, do you have any specific tools for this?
Your phone is the best tool. Notes app, voice recorder.
Voice recorder? To record myself?
Yes, record yourself speaking for 1 minute, then listen to it.
Oh no. I hate the sound of my own voice. I sound like a duck.
We all think we sound like ducks, but it helps you hear your pronunciation.
Okay, I will try it, but I will delete it immediately after.
That's fine. The act of doing it is what matters.
Got it. Mr. B, I think our listeners are going to love this
Why?
because you just gave them permission to stop working so hard.
Working hard is good, but working smart is better.
Amen to that.
Okay, let's do a quick recap. We want to make sure these phrases stick in your brain.
I'm ready. I'll be the student.
Listeners, please repeat after us. Speaking out loud helps memory.
Don't be shy.
Phrase 1. I prefer quality over quantity.
I prefer quality over quantity.
Perfect. Phrase 2. I'm going to take a short break.
I'm going to take a short break.
Good. Phrase 3. It's better to be consistent.
It's better to be consistent.
Exactly. Phrase 4. I have a lot on my plate.
I have a lot on my plate.
That means you are busy. And the last one, let's work smarter, not harder.
Let's work smarter, not harder.
Excellent job, Anna. You sound smarter already.
I feel smarter and less tired.
That brings us to our challenge for the listeners.
Oh, I love the challenges. What do they have to do?
It's very simple. I want you to find your dead time today.
Identify the empty moments?
Yes. In the comments, tell us when is your dead time.
Is it on the bus? Is it waiting for the microwave? Is it hiding in the bathroom from your boss?
Please tell us if it's the bathroom one.
Be honest, we don't judge.
Write it in the comments. My dead time is blank.
I'm going to read all of them. I bet someone says, waiting for my kids to put on their shoes.
Oh, that is a classic. That is at least 15 minutes of dead time right there.
Parents are the masters of patience.
True. So, Anna, what's the plan for the next episode?
I'm excited about the next one. We're talking about how to say no politely.
Oh, that is a very important skill.
It is, because sometimes people ask you to do things and you want to say absolutely not, but you can't.
Exactly. You can't say go away. You have to say, I'm afraid I can't commit to that right now.
Business English is just polite rejection.
Pretty much. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that.
Yes, hit the bell button.
Thank you everyone for listening to Podcast by Mr. B.
Remember to take it easy. Be a little lazy today.
Be a smart lazy. See you next time.
Bye, everyone.